ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಅಂತ. ನಾನು ಸುಮಾರು ಒಂದು 15-20 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಹಠಯೋಗ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹಠಯೋಗ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ನಮ್ ತಂದೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಮನೇಲಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮೈಸೂರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ ಗುರುಗಳ ಹತ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹಠಯೋಗ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ 8-10 years ಇಂದ ಅಷ್ಟಾಂಗ ಯೋಗನು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. So consistent agi every day for almost 6 days a week I practice every week, and I'm teaching in Charlotte area for the past 6 years. So yoga ಮಾಡಿ ನಂಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ I've felt a lot of energy, and I've felt a lot of positivity and a lot of changes in our life, and I've been able to influence my family members to also do yoga. So it is a very beautiful way of life that you can give to yourself. So ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನೀವು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಯೋಗನ everyday ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಿ. So it will help you for your overall physical as well as your mental health.
Thank you, Lakshmi.
Thank you, Rajini. ನಾನು Zoom classes Friday morning 6:30 AM ಅಷ್ಟಾಂಗ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅದು, and Sunday evening 6:30, every Sunday evening 6:30 Zoom class ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. Sunday evening is a combination of Hatha and Ashtanga yoga. So ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ. You can take my number from Rajini or Jay, and you can join for that class. That's totally fine.
Perfect. Thank you. ನೀವು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. ಅದೇ ಶುರು ಮಾಡೋಣ. So opening chant. So ಸಮಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. So throughout the practice you'll hear me give you calls to samastiti. So samastiti andre you step up and come to the top of your mat with your feet together and hands by the side of your hips, right? So let us come to samastiti position. Everybody come up and stand. So the opening chant, I say, you say. I say and you all repeat. Okay? So feet together, hands to your chest. Deep inhale and Om 3 times. Okay? योगेन चित्तस्य पदेन वाचां मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन योपाकरोत्तं प्रवरं मुनीनां पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलि प्राणतोऽस्मि. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So let us begin the first Surya Namaskara with the name of the sun. So Om Mitraya Namaha.
Om Mitraya Namaha.
Inhale, you bring your arms up to half back bend as much as you can go back. And then exhale, fold forward. Then try to see if you can bring your forehead to your knees. And then step your right foot back to Ekapadasana. Ekapadasana. And then you twist your body to your left, bringing your right hand on your left knee. And then a prayer pose to the side, and then you gaze up to the ceiling. Antardrishti. Look up. Virabhadrasana. And now you bring your prayer up, all the way up to the ceiling, fingers pointing up. Virabhadrasana, warrior A. And then exhale, hands right back to the mat. Bring your left leg back to high plank. And then from here, you rest your knees to the mat. Inhale, go back to your child pose, Shashankasana. And then exhale, slide forward. You come up on all fours to tabletop, and then you slide forward. And now you have 8 parts of your body touching the mat. You have your chin, hands, chest, knees, and your toes. And then your hips are up. You see my hips are up here, right? And then slowly you scoop up to your up dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. or Bhujangasana. And then push through your hands and your legs, and then try to see if you can bring your heels to the mat. To Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. And then right foot forward, Ekapadasana. You're repeating the same thing on the other side. So now you twist your body to your right. You bring your left hand on your right knee and a prayer pose to your right. You twist and you gaze up. And then you bring your prayer up to the ceiling. Look up, warrior A, Virabhadrasana. And then hands to the mat, either side of your right foot. Both feet together, walk. Straighten your knees and then you fold. And then one big inhale, come up to standing, and then you raise your arms, half back bend, and Samasthiti. Samasthiti is just this, all right? That's easy. Om Ravaye Namaha. Inhale up, Urdhvasana, half back bend. Exhale, fold forward, Hasta Padasana. Then your right foot back again, Ekapadasana. And then your right foot stays flat, your body turns to the left, right hand on your left knee, and you gaze up to the left. Virabhadrasana, bring your Namaste prayer up. Warrior A, Virabhadrasana. Exhale, high plank, left foot back, Dvipadasana. Shashankasana, child pose, knees on the mat, inhale, go back. Exhale, slide forward, and then 8 parts of your body touching the floor. All right, your chin, your hands, your chest, your knees, and your toes. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot forward, Ekapadasana, and then you twist your body to your right, left hand on your right knee, and you gaze up. Virabhadrasana, warrior A, arms up. I want you to squat down here a little bit. And then hands by the side of your right foot, both feet together, straighten your knees, and then you fold if you can, as much as you can. And then one big inhale, come up, half back bend, and Samasthiti. That was second one, right? Let's do the next one. Om Suryaya Namaha. Resonate with the mantra with every Surya Namaskara. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg back, Ekapadasana. Twist to the left, twist your body to your left, bringing your right hand on your left knee, and you gaze up. Virabhadrasana, inhale, arms up, you gaze up. Gazing is important because focus is what it gets you. Dvipadasana, hands to the mat, your left leg goes back to high plank, and then knees to the mat. I just want you to stay here for about 20 seconds of baby plank, all right? So from here, you tuck your toes in, and then gently lift your knees up, just a little bit up, knees up. Stay there for about 20 seconds, all right? I'm gonna count. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees to the mat. Inhale, go back to your Shashankasana. And then exhale, slide forward, 8 parts of your body touching the mat. Sashtanga Namaskarasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. And then you bring your right leg forward. Twist your body to your left with your left hand on your right knee. Sorry, twist your body to your right with your left hand on your right knee, and you gaze up. Then Virabhadrasana, inhale, arms up. Exhale, Hasta Padasana, both your feet together, straighten your knees, and then you fold. And then inhale, come up standing. One long breath, and then half back bend, Samasthiti. Om Bhanave Namaha. Inhale up. Exhale, fold.
fold, fold, fold. And then right leg back, Ekapadasana. And then you twist to your left, right hand on your left knee, prayer pose to the left, you gaze up. Feel the twist and then maintain the drishti. Bring your arms up to Virabhadrasana. Exhale, Dvipadasana. Left leg comes back to high plank. And then knees to the mat, right? So let us add tiger stretch here, right? So you're on all fours on table. I want you to bring your right hand and your left leg up. Right hand and left leg up. And then you bend your hand and your knees, and your elbow and your knees will meet, right? Right elbow to left knee. 1, stretch. 2, feel your core, engage your bandha. 3, elbow to knee, elbow to knee. 4, right elbow touches your left knee. 5, and then release. The same thing on the other side. Left hand up and right leg up. Your left elbow meets your right knee. 1, straighten as much as you can. 2, third one. 3, you can be slow. 4, as much as you can. Don't push yourself too much. 5, that was the last one. All right, and then you go back to Shashankasana. Inhale, go back to Shashankasana. Exhale, Sashtanga Namaskarasana, slide forward. Inhale to up dog, Urdhva Mukha Swana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Swana. Then right leg forward, twist to the right, left hand on your right knee. Look up. And then Virabhadrasana, slowly, slowly. Arms up, gaze up. Then both your feet together, straighten your knees and then you fold. Inhale, half back bend, Urdhvasana. And Samasthiti. Right? We have 2 more. Om Khagaya Namaha. Inhale up, Urdhvasana. Exhale, Hastapadasana, fold. And then right leg back, Ekapadasana. Twist to the left, right hand on your left knee. And then you gaze up. And then Virabhadrasana, inhale, bring your arms up, gaze up. Dvipadasana, hands on the mat. Left leg comes back to high plank. And then knees to the mat. Bring your knees down to the mat for cat stretch. All right. So here you exhale, you make an arch. Inhale, you lift your head up. All right. Exhale, make an arch. Inhale, head up. Exhale, make an arch. Inhale, head up. Exhale, make an arch. Inhale, head up. Exhale, last one. Inhale, head up. And then let's go to Shashankasana, child pose. Inhale, go back to your child pose. Exhale. Sashtanga Namaskarasana, slide forward, 8 parts of your body touching. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And then bring your right leg forward, twist to the right, left hand on your right knee, and then you gaze up to the ceiling, Antara Drishti. Virabhadrasana, arms up, gaze up. And then feet together, knees straight, then you fold. Inhale to Urdhvasana, half back bend, and Samasthiti. That was 5. Let's do the last one, right? Om Marichaye Namaha. Inhale up. Exhale, Hastapadasana, fold. And then Ekapadasana, right leg back. Twist to the left. Right hand on your left knee and you gaze up. Virabhadrasana, inhale up, warrior 8. Dvipadasana, high plank. Dvipadasana, your left leg comes back. Shashankasana, knees to the mat. Inhale, go back. Exhale, Sashtanga Namaskara, slide forward, 8 parts touching. Inhale up, Urdhva Mukha Swana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Swana. Right leg forward, twist to the right, left hand on your right knee, then you gaze up. Virya Bhadrasana, inhale, up. Exhale, both feet together, and then you fold. Urdhvasana, inhale, come up. One big inhale, half back bend, Urdhvasana, and Samastati. All right? So that was 6 Surya Namaskaras. And now let's do the standing sequence. The first one is called Padangusthasana. So you jump or step your feet to hip distance apart, and then inhale, and then exhale, bend down, and then try to see if you can grab your big toes with both your fingers. This is the position here. So a couple of things to remember. If by keeping your knees straight, if you think your hamstring is stretching too much and it's hurting, it's okay, you can bend your knees and then try to see if you can open your elbows out, bend down, and then you fold as much as you can. Breathe. Stay there and breathe. This way. This is Padangusthasana. 1, 2, try to do 5 deep inhales and 5 deep exhales. That will actually help you. 3, you're going to be staying in each asana for at least 5 breaths. 4, that will actually help you get the benefits of your posture. Breathing is what brings the posture. Breathe. 5, inhale, only lift your head up here, lengthen, look forward, exhale there, and then your hands catch your waist. Inhale, come up to standing, and then you jump or walk back into Samastiti. Okay? Trikonasana, triangle pose. So we're going to add 3 poses on each side as the transition. Right? So now I want you to step back your right foot. Step back your right foot about 1 leg distance between your feet, and then you close your left foot in, and then you open your right foot out. So open your right foot out, close your left foot in, you bring your arms up, and then exhale to the right, bend down, and then try to see if you can grab your right big toe and gaze up. If that is not available, you can, if you're able to grab only your knee, it is fine. Or if you can grab your ankle, that is fine. Or if you have a block, you can place it next to your right foot, catch the block, and then you look up. I'm showing the modification here. Breathe. 1, if you can go all the way down to grab your big toe, you can. 2, 3, I want you to maintain the focus. Open your chest as much as you can. 4, 5, Parshva Konasana, stay there. I want you to bend your right knee now. So bend your right knee. Let me show you this way. Bend your right knee, and then you bring your right hand outside your right foot. And then your left hand comes over your left ear. You tilt your head, get a gaze of your left hand. I want you to open your chest to an imaginary wall behind you, rather than getting your back to the ceiling. Open your chest, point your fingers up to the ceiling. Breathe. 1, 5 breaths. 2, 3, 4, deep inhale and deep exhale. 5, and now place both your hands and then walk your hands in the center. And then you pivot your feet inward, just close your feet, and then you're in this position here, your hands in between your feet. Inhale, head up, exhale, and then try to see if you can bend your elbows and then bring your head down. So the modification here is to just stay here. You don't have to bend down, right? If you can bend down, you suspend your head and bring the crown of your head to the mat. Breathe. 1, suck your belly in, the lower belly, you suck it in. It's called as Uddiyana Bandha. 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale. If you have folded, slowly come up, straightening your elbows. Exhale there, and then you walk your feet to the left. Repeat Trikonasana on the other side, which is the triangle pose. So you straighten your left knee and you bring your left foot out. Grab your left big toe or your left knee, and then you bring your right hand up and gaze up. Trikonasana, triangle pose to the other side. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Parshva Konasana on the other side. So you bend your left knee and then you bring your left hand outside your left foot. Then your right hand goes over your right ear. You tilt your head and get a gaze of your right hand. And then you open your chest to an imaginary wall behind you. Gaze up. Parshva Konasana. 1, 2. Get that inhale and exhale as deep as you can. 3. Your right foot stays flat. 4, 5. Let's do one more Prasarita Padottanasana. So walk to the center, and then you close your feet. Walk to the center, close your feet, and then exhale, fold. Stay there and breathe. Prasarita Padottanasana. I'm going to tell you all of these Sanskrit names, and I'm going to have a quiz at the end of the class to see if you remember. 2, breathe, breathe. 3, choose your modification as much as you can. 4, 5, inhale, head up, lengthen, look forward. Exhale there, and then slowly inhale, come up. And then you jump or walk back into Samasthiti. Bring your feet together to the top of your mat. All right? So now, let's try 3 variations of Virabhadrasana, which is warrior. So, Virabhadra was the head warrior of Lord Shiva, and that is the name of the asana that is derived from. He used to stand in these positions, so that's why the name has taken after him. So warrior pose, all right? And now the same thing, you step your right foot back, 1 leg distance between your feet, close your left foot in, and then you open your right foot out. Open your right foot out, close your left foot in, you bend your right knee. So a couple of things here is, Virabhadrasana, you want to make sure that your knee is not going beyond your right ankle. You have to make sure that your knee is straight, right? If your knee goes beyond your right foot, then you're putting too much pressure on your knee and it's going to hurt your knee. Whereas if you can get the posture right by getting your knee straight, then that will be a healing for your knee pain, right? So now twist your body, bring your arms up, and then your left foot stays flat. Flatten your left foot behind, and then you squat down, gaze up. Stay there for 5 breaths. Virabhadrasana, breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay there and only open your arms. Your knee doesn't change, your legs doesn't change. Only open your arms. This is Virabhadrasana B, warrior B. Breathe. 1, 2, feel the posture through your breath. 3, 4, 5. So now we're going to try Virabhadrasana C. So this is a balancing pose. So all that you're going to do is you're going to place your hands to the mat and then you bring your left leg up. If you're comfortable to bring your arms up and stay there, you can do that. This is also called an airplane pose. You can use the wall to support if you need. Breathe. 1, 2, Virabhadrasana or airplane pose. Virabhadrasana C. 3, or warrior C. 4, 5, and then bring your left foot down, right foot in, left foot out. You're repeating the same thing on the other side. So your left foot is out, right foot is in, bend your left knee. Left knee doesn't go beyond your left foot. Remember, try to keep it as straight as you can, your left ankle. And then you bring your arms up, squat down as much as you can, bring your hips lower, look up, breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, look up. 5, Virabhadrasana B, open your arms, gaze to your left hand, stay there, breathe. 1, 2, 3, make it a point to breathe only through your nostrils. 4, 5, Virabhadrasana C, lean forward, lift your right leg up. If you can, lift your hands up. Prayer pointing forward, you can do that. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you bring your right foot down. Then step forward, jump to your Samasthiti, right? So now let's do Utkatasana, which is a chair pose. So from your Samasthiti, you bring both your feet together and then your knees together this way. And then you bend your knees. You open your chest, like your spine. Try to keep your spine as straight as you can. And then you bring your arms up, gaze up, and then squat low. Squat low. Stay there for 5 breaths. 1, Utkatasana, chair pose. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I want you to stay there, but only bring your arms straight to the front and then come on your toes. Tippy toe. Tippy toe, hands in the front, breathe. 1, try to see if you can squat as low as you can go. 2, tippy toe, tippy toe. 3, 4, 5, exhale, and then, so let's try for Bakasana now. Bakasana or the crow pose, or the other modification I have is squats. So you just come to sitting squat this way. This is your first modification. If you think, you can go and pick up in your crow, your hands come on the mat. You don't have to do anything, you can stay here. I'm just showing for people who wants to try doing crow pose. Hands to the mat, and then you spread your fingers, lean forward, and then bring your knees to your upper arm, slowly lean forward. Try to see if you can lift both your legs up here. This is the crow or Bakasana. Either you try your Bakasana or simply sit here. 2 options. All right, breathe. I'm gonna give you like 30 seconds to try. It's gonna be fun playing with Bakasana because I used to fall a lot, and our teacher used to say, because you fall in this pose a lot, it's also called Mukha Jajasana. You fall and hurt your face. Come on, girls, try. I'm seeing Pramiti. Yeah, there you go. Press your hands to the mat. Stay there. I have 15 more seconds.
Lakshmi, a quick question here. This is Kishore.
Yeah.
Hey, so do we support our elbows to the joint of that knee, or like the way you did? So you were supporting your knee?
The knees rest on your elbows here, like upper arm.
Okay.
Then you lean forward, lift one leg, and then try to see if you can lift the other. If you can lift both, you lift both and stay there.
Yeah.
All right? And so if you're done trying it, give you 10 more seconds. Try. One more try. 10, 9, 8, come on, try. 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. And then step back to your high plank. Let's add a cat and cow stretch here. So bring your knees to the mat. Exhale, make an arch. Inhale, lift your head up. Exhale, make an arch. Inhale, head up. One more. Exhale, make an arch. Inhale, lift your head up. Exhale, make an arch. Inhale, head up. Let's go for 5 rounds, 5 breath rounds of your child pose. So go back to your child pose, relax for 5 breaths here. Shashankasana, stay there for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly inhale and come up on all fours to your tabletop, and then you tuck your toes in, and then you lift your knees up to downward dog. So downward dog is actually, although this pose looks really easy, it's very hard for people to understand how do you actually bring your heels to the mat or how do you maintain your pose? So let us try down dog for 5 breaths, all right? I want you to spread your fingers, strong hands. Try to see if you can press your heels down, keeping your knees straight. Try to bring your hips as high as you can. Like you need to push your hips higher, and your ears should not be in line with your hands. Your ears has to go in so much so that you're bending your head down and you look at your navel. Like you bend your head down, your ears, like how you see, your ears should be inside your hands. This is the down dog, right? Stay for 5 breaths in down dog. Breathe. So if your knee hurts, you can bend your knee, or you can just come here. This is your modification. If you're not able to do your down dog. All right? Breathe. 1, let's do 5 breaths here. 2, fold your head in, look at your navel. 3, 4, deep breaths, deep breaths. And then 5, I want you to come on your knees and sit in Vajrasana. You sit on your heels. This is Vajrasana or diamond pose, right? See how I'm sitting on my heels. So if you're not able to sit on your heels, you can get maybe, a pillow, maybe rest under your hips, right? So let us do Yoga Mudra. You make fist of your palm with both your hands. You close your thumb and then you close the remaining fingers. And then, so I want you to bring your fist as low as you can to your lower belly with your knuckles facing up and then your fingers pointing down. And then exhale, fold, stay there for 5 breaths. This is Yoga Mudra from Vajrasana. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, come up, and then let's try Janu Shirasana. So I want you to open your legs and then bring it straight forward to Dandasana. So the legs straight up, and then you energize your feet. So you don't point your toes out, but you bring your toes in, you drive your toes in, so you can actually feel your glutes and your hamstrings, right? So Janu Shirasana A, this is the sitting tree pose. So you bend your right leg and then you bring your right foot up and high to the root of your left thigh. So your right knee is opened at 90 degrees, and then try to see if you can bend down and then grab your left foot with both hands, and then you fold and stay there for 5 breaths. Janu Shirasana A. This is the first modification of Janu Shirasana. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, only your head up, and then 1 exhale here, and then you switch your side, all right? So sitting tree on the other side, so you bring your left leg, left foot all the way up to the root of your right thigh. Try to keep your right leg as straight as you can, and then your left knee is 90 degrees, and then you bend down, grab your right foot with both hands, and then you fold and breathe. So I always tell people to kind of, when you fold, the folding movement should be that you're looking at your feet, all right? So try to first touch your chest to your leg and then your chin to shin, rather than bringing your head to your knee. That will actually avoid rounding of your spine. So by maintaining your head up, it will actually get your spine straighter, right? So breathe. 1, Janu Shirasana. 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, head up only, exhale there, and then you release your left leg to Dandasana before we move on to Marichasana. So Marichasana is a twisting series. So there are 4 series in Marichasana and Ashtanga Yoga. So all the twisting series are really very helpful for kind of stimulating your insulin, and it is very good for people with sugar. It will help you control your diabetes, right? Because you're taking too much of your work on your intestine and your abdominal area and pancreas, right? So you bend your right knee and then you set your right foot on the mat, drag your right heel closer, as close as you can to your right sitting bone. If this is harder, you can just maybe stay here. It's totally fine, right? And what's coming next is you bring your right arm, you have your right knee, stretch your right arm, show me your right arm, and then lean forward. Then you wrap your right arm around your right knee, and then your left hand comes from behind, I know for many people your hands will not touch. So this is the place where if you want to have a towel, you can just throw the towel and then try to see if you can bind, or you can use a strap to bind. Or if you're able to bind without any props, you can try that. And then you fold again. So as you're folding, I want you to open your neck up, look up your left foot rather than rounding your spine. All right, it's okay. It doesn't matter how much you fold. All that matters is if you're doing the posture correctly. Stay there and breathe. 1, 2, you can modify as much as you can. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, head up. Exhale there, and then you switch your side. Left knee comes up. If you can drag your left heel as all the way back to your left sitting bone, you drag, or you can choose your modification. Right, left hand up, wrap your left arm around, and then your right hand goes from behind. Try to see if you can bind or use a prop, and then you fold and breathe. 5 deep breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, head up only. Exhale there. And then you release your left leg. So let us do Baddha Konasana, which is the butterfly pose. So you bring both your feet together here, this way. And then you drag your heels as close as you can, right? And then you kind of do the butterfly stretch here. So this will actually help you open your, kind of the lower part of your body. And also it will give you a good stretch. So kind of just keep doing as much as you can. And if you want, you can use your hands to kind of press your knees. And then try to see if you can go all the way down and stay there and breathe. About 5 breaths here. Baddha Konasana. 1, butterfly pose. 2, 3, good hip opener. 4, it is also very good for women because it will, it's very good for menstruation, and if you have any problems relating to your menstruation or any other problems. So this is actually very good for women, especially women. 5, inhale, head up only. And then exhale there. So let us go for Navasana. Navasana is the boat pose. So now for the boat pose, it is also called V-sit up. So you just lift your legs up and then you point your toes and then you lift your hands straighten up here by the side below your knees. All right. So a modification to this is you can bend your knees and then stay here, maybe here. All right. Choose your modification. So we're going to hold this for about 20 seconds. I'm going to count. All right. Now asana, lift your legs up, arms up, legs up, feet together, knees together, breathe. 1, choose your modification if you want to. So 20 seconds, all right? 20, 19, 18, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, almost there, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly release. All right. So now let us go for Shalabhasana. Shalabhasana is the pose that you do lying on your abdomen. So I want you to come to your high plank, and then from your high plank, Nidhi was asking, how do you improve your arm strength, right? So this is called the Chaturanga Dandasana. You won't have to try it, I'm just showing you. So Chaturanga Dandasana is, this is the high plank, and then you kind of close your, so in your push-ups, you have your hands away from each other and then you kind of close it to the side, right? Chaturanga Dandasana is you have your hands closer and then you kind of get your elbows closer to your chest and then you lower down. So this is how it looks like, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, stay there. And then lower down. All right, that is Chaturanga Dandasana. This will actually help you improve your arm strength, right? So you don't have to do that, I just showed it. So you lie on your belly for Shalabhasana. So now in your belly lying position, I want you to bring your feet together and knees together, and then hands by the side of your hips with your palms facing up and knuckles on the mat. And then lift your legs and your knees up, and then your head up and your chest up. Stay there and breathe. 5 breaths. Shalabhasana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, release. We're going to go for Shalabhasana B. So you bring the hands by the side of your chest, and then the same thing. Lift your legs up, and then your chest up. Stay there for 5 breaths. Shalabhasana B. Breathe. 1. Press the hands. 2, and then you kind of bring your elbows closer. 3, your elbows pointing back. 4, 5, exhale, release. Dhanurasana, bow pose. So these are called as preparatory poses for your back bends. And Shalabhasana A, B, and Dhanurasana are really very good for lower back pains. All right. So you bend your knees, and then you grab your ankles from outside, lift up. If you can bring your feet together, you may, or if you don't worry about it. Just lift your legs up as high as you can go, over your head. Breathe, look up, breathe. 1, bring your chest up. 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale and release. All right. And now I want you to slowly inhale to your up dog. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, inhale to up dog. And then push your hands and then tuck your toes in, press your heels to down dog. Look to your navel, bend your head down and look to your navel. And then you can lie down on your back for Urdhva Dhanurasana. Urdhva Dhanurasana is also called wheel pose. Well, the literal translation from Sanskrit to English will be maybe upward bow pose. Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward bow pose, because it's looking the other way around. So now, lie on your back. I'm going to give you options here. So the first option is called Setu Bandhasana or bridge pose, right? So once you're lying down, you set your feet on the mat, and then your hands by the side of your hips, your head down, and then only you lift your hips up. That's all you need to do. If you can go for your Urdhva Dhanurasana, you bring your hands by the side, and then you press. Try to see if you can lift up as much as you can, or if you can walk your hands closer to your feet, you walk, or you stay here. Or simple bridge. Choose your modification, stay there and breathe. Any modification you want to choose. 1, 2, let's do 5 breaths here. 3, bridge pose, Namita, you can try bridge pose. 4, try to see if you can walk your hands. 5, exhale, touch your head down. Let's do 1 more. Lift up again. You can do your bridge pose or Urdhva Dhanurasana. Anything what you're comfortable. Lift up, last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, and lie down on your back flat. So let us try Pavana Muktasana. So you bend your right knee and then you hug your right knee to your chest. Pavana Muktasana. Hug your right knee to your chest, and now you lift your head up. Try to see if you can bring your head to your right knee. Hug your right knee, and then lift your head up. Touch your head to your knee. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, release your right, and then you bring your left leg up, so left knee to your chest, and then you kind of lift your head up. Try to see if you can touch your head to your left knee, or you can just stay back on the mat if it is harder. Choose your modification. Remember, there's always modification. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, release. So now we're going to try Shalamba Sarvangasana or shoulder stand. So the first modification for shoulder stand is just bring your legs up here. You don't need to do anything. Just stay here for about 5 breaths. If you can't go any further, you support your lower back to your hands with your fingers pointing up, and then you lift your entire body up on your shoulders, and then you point your fingers up, point your toes up. Stay there for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Halasana. If you can, you drop your feet overhead to Halasana, plow pose. Stay there and breathe. If you're comfortable to let your hand go, you can let your hand go and make a fist and place the fist on the mat. This way. Breathe. 1, 2, stay there in your Halasana, plow pose. 3, 4, 5. Slowly, slowly bring your legs up to your shoulder stand and come down to the mat, like in lying down position. Before we go for Matsyasana or Uttanpadasana, it is the fish pose. So from your lying down, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to come back to your lying down position, your Shavasana position. And then from here, use your forearm to press and make an arch of your back. And then this way, the crown of your head to the mat. All right, this is Matsyasana. And then you lift your legs up. And then your hands together, point your fingers to the forward. Breathe. 1. Let me give you 5 seconds to prepare. Take your time, take your time. I don't want to rush. All right, let's see. So, yeah, there you go, there you go. So, okay, let's give 5 counts. The crown of the head on the mat. Nim tale netti barbeku. Yeah, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale and
Lakshmi, a quick question here. This is Kishore.
I know there are some youngsters here. If you want to try something fun, if you want to do a reverse somersault, you can bring your feet overhead and roll back. Bring your feet overhead and do the roll back, like reverse somersault, if you can try that. All right, and then let's prepare for headstand. So headstand, I know this is scary for many people, so I'm just going to show you how to get into inversions, because inversions are always very challenging. And the first thing about inversions is to getting rid of the fear of falling, because the moment you get rid of the fear of fall, you kind of, understand the mechanics of where does that balance really happen, what are the muscles that you need to use, and what are the muscles that you need to really use to maintain the balance for a longer time, right? So I'm going to show, I want everybody to try something at least. I'm going to break it down into different segments, all right? The first segment is, so you grab your elbows and then you place your elbows to the mat, and then you open your hands, interlace your fingers, and then the crown of your head comes here, and then lift your knees up, stay here. This is all you need to do. You don't need to go any further. This will give you a good start for your inversion, all right? If you think you can go any further, I want you to walk until you cannot walk back anymore. Tippy-toe, and then bring one knee to your chest, release, bring the other knee to your chest, release. This is the second option. And the third option, if you can, bring both your knees to your chest this way, and then slowly, slowly, slowly work on opening your legs here. You can work on that, right? So there are 3 options here. Any option, I want you to try anything, any of these options. This is option 1, right? Just stay, feel comfortable. If you're not comfortable to hold your headstand in the middle of the room, use the wall to support, all right? And then, contrary to what many people believe, your headstand is not about your head, but it is more about your elbow and your forearm. So you need to maintain the balance. You need to press your forearm as much as you can. That will help you gain more time in your headstand. Then you'll ultimately be able to lift your legs up.
Me.
I'm going to give you like 2 or 3 minutes here, so take your time. Try as much as you can.
Lakshmi,
Sure.
yeah, do you have to put your feet flat on the ground, or is it like?
That's the first option. So that's the first option, yeah, flat. And then, or if you can come on your tippy toe, you can come on your tippy toe.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. So don't put too much pressure on your head because that will hurt your neck. You want to put pressure on your forearm. That will actually...
Lakshmi, elbows ನೆಲದ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರುತ್ತಾ ಇರಲ್ವಾ?
Elbows ನೆಲದ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದು.
Okay.
Yeah. Elbows will be on the mat. Elbows will be on the mat, very much on the mat. Because it is your elbows which is doing 70% of the job in your headstand. There you go, there you go. Good job. Great tries. Yeah, Pramiti and yeah.
ಅಶೋಕ್ ನಿಂತಿಯಾರ್ ನೋಡಿ.
ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. Vichya, I saw Chida doing there. Headstand is so much fun, right? Because the first time I tried inversion, I thought, oh wow, Ashok, that's a great one. First time when I tried headstand and I was able to lift my legs up, I thought the world was coming upside down and I had a weird feeling. I had to go back. And then eventually I started to get comfortable with the fall, because the more you depend on the wall, the more you lack the ability to understand how to get into a headstand and how to maintain the balance and where do you have to necessarily hold it. So that is why I always tell people who come to my class to get away from the wall as much as you can and get comfortable with the fall. So the fear of fall goes away, your headstand comes in right back. The same thing happens for your handstand also. So, all right, so maybe another minute and then we'll wrap up the session today. So that was the last pose, and then we're going to do Baddha Padmasana and Pranayama for about another 5 or 6 minutes. And then, that will be the end of the session with some Shirsasana. Call straight Madishida. Almost, yeah. Straight, yeah. Oh, you're trying to keep it halfway. Good job. All right, so after you come down, I'm going to give you 30 more seconds. After you come down off your Shirsasana, you can just relax in your child pose, Shashankasana. Stay in your Shashankasana for about 5 to 10 breaths. Relax. This is the moment of relaxation. So relax in your child pose. Relax in your child pose for 15 seconds, all right? Anybody had any questions regarding headstand? Please feel free to ask me right now before we go to the next one.
ಹೆಡ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಮುಖ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅವಾಗ ತುಂಬಾ ರಕ್ತ ಚಲನೆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ತಲೆಗೆ ಹೋದಂಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂಥರ ಮುಖ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂಥರ ತಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂಥರ
ಹೆವಿ ಆದಂಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ತುಂಬಾ ತಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೆವಿ ಆದಂಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದೇರ್. ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿ ಅದೇ ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇನ್ವರ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಹಾರ್ಡರ್, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅವರ್ ನೇಚರ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ there are so many things going on. First one ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿನ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, but eventually ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Keep trying to the wall. First ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, don't try to lift your legs up. So maybe for about 15 days, just the first 2 options. Try the first 2 options. Head down and then walk your feet closer. Stay there for about 15 breaths. And then maybe eventually ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ where you can actually apply that additional strength, and then you can eventually work on lifting your legs up.
Sorry.
Yeah, right? So now I want you all to come to sitting. If you can wrap your legs in lotus, Padmasana, you take your legs in Padmasana, or simple crisscross, simple chakri mata, should be good, right? And then I want you to bring your hands back, and then you grab your elbows, inhale, head up. Exhale, and then you bend down, and then you bring your forehead to the mat, to the earth. Stay there for 10 deep breathing. 10 deep regular breathing. Head down and breathe. Hands back, breathe. 1. Try getting to your Padmasana. 2. Deep inhale and exhale. 3. 4. 5, 6, 7, bend down, yeah. 8, these are all called finishing sequence. 9 will kind of help you bring your breath back so that you can prepare for your pranayama. 10. Let's do 5 more breaths here. 11. I want your heart rate to come back to normal. 12. So you're prepared for your pranayama. 13. 14. And 15. Slowly inhale and come up to your sitting position. All right, let's do pranayama. So this is alternate nostril breathing, nadi shodhana or anulom vilom. So the first prerequisite for your pranayama is the posture. Sthira Sukhasasanam. So you need to sit straight with your spine erect, and then you open your chest and your shoulders as much as you can, because you want the breathing to kind of flow through your chakras and the kundalini energy that is located along your spine. So you want to make sure that the breathing is kind of going straight back and forth. So that is why your posture is very important in your pranayama, right? So Vishnu Mudra with your right hand. So when I say Vishnu Mudra, you just use your right hand with a fist, and then your thumb sticks out, and then you open your little finger and your ring finger. All right, you use your thumb to close your right nostril, and you use the remaining 2 fingers to close your left nostril, right? So we're going to do alternate nostril breathing. So inhale left, deep inhale. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Deep exhale, deep exhale. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. And release. So let us now do Bastrika. So Bastrika is a sudden exchange of inhale and exhale. So make the sound of your inhale and exhale as strong as possible. You make fist of both hands, and then while you inhale, you bring your arms up, and then while you exhale, you drop your hands down like pretty quick, and then you pull your fist down to the side of your hips here, right? Inhale, like that. Inhale, inhale, hand up, exhale, hands down. Inhale up, exhale down, like fast. And then you should be able to feel the sound of your breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now I'm going to give you like 30 seconds. I want you to do it faster at your own pace. Like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Try that as fast as you can for 30 seconds. There you go. 15 more seconds. Keep going, keep going. Just like that. Keep going, like last 5 seconds. Then slowly come back, bring your consciousness back and close your eyes, and then meditate for a minute. Meditation is always effective after your pranayama. So keep your spine straight, close your eyes, meditate on any object of your choice. Let's do it for about 1 minute.
then slowly rub your palms as much as you can. And then you spread the energy on your face. Again, one more. And then you make a fist of your palm and gently massage your face. Feel the energy flowing. So, and then the final part is the closing chant. So I'm going to do the chant and you're going to repeat after me, right? So you bring your hands to your chest, deep inhale and Om. Om. Swasti prajabhyah paripalayantam nyayena margena mahishaha go brahmanebhyah shubhamastu nityam lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu sarve janaha sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And then you gently bow down. So the bowing is for thanking all the great sages and the rishis and the munis who have given this beautiful practice to us. And usually we lie down in shavasana after the practice for like about 5 to 10 minutes to kind of relax your body. And so that pretty much brings to the end of this class. And a couple of things I wanted to tell you all is, the first thing is yoga is India's gift to the world. Many people across the world are embracing yoga and they're trying to understand what is it that is so beautiful about this. And they're really trying to understand the in-depth nature of this beautiful lifestyle, beautiful way of life. And we being Indians, I think we definitely have an advantage of learning yoga in a much better way, in a broader understanding and perspective, because it is kind of woven into our lifestyle. We understand dharma, karma, and all of the things that is woven into our lifestyle much better than a Western mind can understand, because we don't have to put in that extra effort. So with that said, I think it is our responsibility to inculcate the practice of this beautiful way of life and set an example for our kids and also for the future generation to make sure that this beautiful way of life is not lost, and we continue the tradition as much as we can. So, all the work that has been done in the past of the great sages and the rishis and the munis are really, fruitful, and it is for your own good, right? You're not doing good for others. You're helping yourself grow as an individual. And until like maybe 2 or 3 decades ago, there was no consciousness study that was there anywhere. And now, for the past maybe a decade or two, there has been so many consciousness studies and consciousness, scientific experiments that have been conducted by neuroscientists to understand what is this consciousness. But this understanding of consciousness was given to us thousands of years ago in the way of Upanishads and Vedanta. And that is the land we all come from. And that is the land where yoga is born. And yoga is the gift that India has given to the world. And I think it is our responsibility to uphold this beautiful tradition and make it a practice. So we are living a life full of happiness and blissful life. So with that, I really want to end this session today. So thank you so much for all of you. And I also want to extend warmful thanks to Rajini and Jay and the entire CKB committee for organizing this event and in the wake of awareness, yoga awareness. So thank you, everybody. Please let me know if you have any questions.
Lakshmi, please let everybody know regarding that yoga day.
Yeah. So International Yoga Day, summer solstice, I think is June 20th bandide ansute. It's a Saturday. So every year, nam yoga class in the 108 Surya Namaskara ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
So if you are interested, we can host this event as a part of CKV. So it will take about a little over an hour to do 108 Surya Namaskaras. It will be really nice. It will really test your strength and persistence. So I really, like you all to come and join us. So please, Haley, in interest, Jay and Rajni, we can definitely organize that event and include you all.
ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ಒಂದ್ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಹಾಕಿ ನಿಜವಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾರ್ಗು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ದಿಸ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿ ನೀವುಗಳು ಬರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲಾರ್ಗು ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಇದನ್ನ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಸೊ ದಟ್ ನಾವ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಹಾಗೇನೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಹತ್ರ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಯಾರು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾತ್ರ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಮಧ್ಯ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಅವಾಗ.
ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ, ನನ್ಗೊಂದ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಇದೆ.
ಹೇಮನಾ?
ಹೇಮಾ,
ಹೇಳಿ ಹೇಮಾ.
ಇದು ನನ್ಗೆ ಯಾರೋ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಓಂ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಜೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಓಂ ಪ್ರೊನೌನ್ಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಯೂಟ್ರಸ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಲೇಡೀಸ್ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಎ ಮಿತ್ ಆರ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಟ್ರೂ?
I think it is a myth.
That's what I was thinking.
Om is the marriage of three sounds, basically a, u, and ma. So if you sit in a certain way and if you say those sounds, so those are also the sounds that the human body is naturally capable of making without interference of your tongue. So if you remove your tongue, so those are the three words that naturally comes out of your mouth. So those are the three words that are also called primordial sound or the universal sound. So there is a whole, chemistry that really happens when you actually say those sounds. I do know that the sounds really have a very strong impact on your bandhas, and mostly your Mooladhara and your Sahasrara. It kind of goes up all the way from bottom to the top. So that is why, that is why we say Sthira Sukham Asanam. So when you sit, so yoga, Ashtanga Yoga dalli, Yoga Sutras alli, they say Sthira Sukham Asanam. Basically, it doesn't mean they're not referring to the asana that you do on the mat, but the asana that you are able to sit comfortably, like Sthiravagi Kutkondu Madanta Asana anta. And that is nothing but the Sthira Sukham Asanam, like how long you can sit with your spine straight. So the more you're able to sit with your spine straight every day, I'm sure there is so much of ailments that many people complain of, back pains and all, it will actually disappear. It is mainly because of the sitting posture. And these reverberations of Om and mantra chanting will actually have an immense effect on the way how you actually have these chakras activated. So I don't know where they say that, but Om definitely brings a lot of positive.
Yeah, recently I heard that. Avaganinda I wanted to ask you that question because yaro helidru takshana I remembered our chanting class. Avaga I said, okay, let me ask Lakshmi this must be a myth anta ankonde.
I think so.
Maybe it was brought up like, oh, gents puja ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ anta, they must have said something about, oh, ladies ಗೆ problem ಆಗತ್ತೆ, that's why gents do all the puja ಅನ್ನೋ ತರ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಇಂಡಿಯಾಲಿ. So I think it started from there. I wanted to ask you that question. So, yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Another asana related questions idrunu keli. So any other questions?
Lakshmi, part of body is a little bit. Go ahead.
ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿ? ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಂಗೆ ನಿಧಿ.
One part of the body is far more tighter than the other part.
Yes, it is always like that. Yeah. So so what happens is sometimes if you are a right-hander, the right side of your body is more dominant than the other side. So that is why in yoga when we call asymmetric, there are asymmetric and symmetric postures. So asymmetric postures is something that you do on both the sides. So like for example, ivattu ನಾವು ಜಾನುಶಿರಾಸನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. So that's sitting tree pose, right? So you did on both the side. So that is basically you are bringing the balance of energy on both the sides together. So adakoskarane you have to work on the other side a little bit harder. It just depends on which side of your body is more dominant. So if you're a left-hander, your left side of the body is more dominant and right side. So it is natural.
ಅದು ನಿಮಗೂ ಸೇಮಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ
ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ.
ಅಭಿ ಏನೋ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ. ಅಭಿ
ಇದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಹೇ ಸಾರಿ, ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ, ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ರಜನಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ, ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಇವತ್ತು ನೀವು ನಡೆಸ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮು. ಸೊ ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋನ ನೀವು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಲಿಂಕ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇದೆಯಾ, ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳೋಣ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು.
ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈವ್ ಹಾಕಿದೀವಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಂತರ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ CKBದು ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಿವಿ.
ಓಕೆ, ಈ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸುಲಭ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ರು ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಅವ್ರು ಇವತ್ತು. ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಕೆಲವೊಂದೊಂದು ಪೋಸಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಬರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನೋ ನಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದಲ್ವಾ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು.
ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಿ, ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೂ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಒಂಥರ ಯು ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಟ್ ಇದು ಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ದಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ನಮ್ ಯೋಗಾಗೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಡೇ 1 ಇಂದ ಬಂದಿರೋರು ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದ್ ಜನ ಇದಾರೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಡೇ 1 to today you can ask them how much they have actually improved, and I can see the improvement in them. So it definitely is more cumulative. Every day ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So don't give up on that. ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಡಿ, ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಿ.
ಹೆಂಗೋ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ರಜನಿ, ಈ ಲಿಂಕ್ ನ ಐ ನೋಟಿಸ್ಡ್ ನೀವು ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಶೇರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಶೋರ್, ಇನ್ನ 2 ದಿನದಲ್ಲಿ CKB ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಹಾಕ್ತಿವಿ ಅಂಡ್ CKB ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
And moreover, Abhi avre, Lakshmi is conducting classes. You can kind of join her too.
Yeah. So I'm having 2 classes in the week right now in Zoom. So if you're interested, you can join on Friday morning 6:30, Sunday evening 6:30, not morning. I don't want to scare you. Friday morning 6:30 and Sunday evening 6:30.
Okay.
Yeah.
ಅಂಡ್ ಇದು ಸೇಮ್ ಪೋಸಸ್ ನೇ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಥವಾ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್? ಇದನ್ನ
ಇವತ್ತು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಸ್ಲೋ ಪೇಸ್. ಸೊ ಸಮಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಐ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಲೋ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಪೇಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಐ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಸಮ್ ಪೋಸಸ್. ಕೆಲವು ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಪೋಸಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಪೋಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಐ ಗಿವ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆರ್ ಟ್ರೈಂಗ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆ.
ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕೇಳೋದಿತ್ತು.
ಶೂರ್, ಕೇಳಿ.
ನೀವು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೂ ಅದೇ ಸೆಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಥವಾ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ರಜಿನಿ. ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ದೊಡ್ಡವ್ರಿಗಿಂತ ಮಕ್ಳುಗಳು ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಮಕ್ಳುಗಳೇ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ.
Okay.
So they are actually more flexible. Yeah. They can actually pick up. Yeah. It is more like ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಒಂದ್ ಇದಾಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So ಮಕ್ಳುಗಳು they can come and join.
Okay.
Yeah. Any kids over 10, I would say, or even ನಮ್ಮ ಯೋಗಾಗೆಲ್ಲ 7-8 ಮಕ್ಕಳೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. They try as much as they can. So it's just about getting familiar with the poses and familiar with the practice.
Okay. In ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ questions? ಹಾ, ಹೇಳಿ ಕಿಶೋರ್.
Hi, Kishore.
Hey Lakshmi, first of all, thank you so much for this session. I've been practicing yoga for a lot of years, but there was a lot to learn for me. The question that I have is, as is the case with every exercise and workout, it goes hand in hand with the diet that you follow.
Right.
That's the question that I want to ask. What kind of a diet would you follow? I just don't want like a generalized one, because we have all been following something or the other.
Yeah.
But how do you break it down between morning, afternoon, and night?
So basically, see, I am a vegetarian. So I have a lot of people who I talk to, and they have been eating meat, and then they actually became vegetarians eventually. And they say that the diet has really made a very positive impact on them, changing from meat eating to being vegetarianism, because they said they actually got back a lot of poses that they've lost, and they also said their energy levels were higher compared to eating meat versus being a vegetarian. And I think this question is basically like
I think 80% or maybe even 70% of whatever we do is dependent on the diet, I believe. Because irrespective of whether you do weights or any other cardio, I think anything will go waste if you don't have a good diet. So make sure you don't kind of balanced diet ashte. So
because I have been a vegetarian all my life. So in vegetarian, what particular food do you actually have? Because
I eat everything. I don't have any. I'm
because
not
because strength wise, I'm able to
one
manage
thing
it.
I've noticed, so I have a morning practice. So I usually practice in the morning. And right now with the COVID situation, I'm waking up a little bit late, but I have to get to office by 7:30 or 8 in the morning. So my practice is done before 6. So I wake up at 4:30 and by then 6 o'clock I'll be done with my practice. So I have seen that the previous night diet really affects my morning practice. So I try to get my dinner in before 4 o'clock in the evening or 4:30. So my practice will be better the following morning, because if I eat late after like 7:38, then I know that my body is not going to be good the following day. So adashtu gap kodi, and actually working out or doing yoga in an empty stomach or maybe more than 12-13 hours will make a huge difference. Your energy levels are really, really higher compared to, if you actually give like 8 hours gap versus 12 hours gap, the energy levels are really higher.
Lakshmi is my friend. I saw her.
One more specific question, Lakshmi.
Kelly.
Is there any foods that you suggest which would induce flexibility to the body? I know that practice will often do that, but some foods are better than others.
I had made Iyengar khara bread. So it doesn't matter, I think. It just depends. See, I think everybody's bodies are different. So you need to understand what goes well for you. Some people, spice may not be good. For some people, garlic and onion may not be good. So it just depends on what... So generally speaking, sattvic ahar is what they say will actually enhance your practice very well. But yeah, sattvic, I would say.
Okay, sure.
It burns well.
Chida, you had a question?
Yeah, thanks, Lakshmi.
Lakshmi eats well and she burns more than what she eats.
Then she should be becoming leaner by the day.
Oh yeah,
no, I'm not leaner.
I also heard that turmeric will help flexibility. Is that true?
I don't know. I can't talk about that because
just to add
the only thing that has helped me is practice. That is the only secret for getting any posture, or if you want to do anything, you hit on the mat every morning for 5 days or 6 days a week. By the end of 2 months, you'll be able to see the difference yourself.
Session tumba chanagitu. I just add on the turmeric because I didn't want to leave my turmeric makes the mobility.
Okay, maybe Okay. Thank you, uncle. Thank you for that information. Turmeric ನಮ್ಮ ಡಯಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಎನಿವೇ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಸಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಏನು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ. So every day mada adgele we have a lot of turmeric, right? So I think that will actually help in some or the other ways. I think the whole spice is what we have, I guess.
Suggested for arthritis and
Okay.
Lakshmi, sattvic means what? No onion, garlic?
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Sattvic list, I don't follow sattvic diet, so I can't really talk about it, but I do know they don't eat there are some foods that actually have negative like onions and garlic and green chilies, then I think eggplant, all of those kind of things.
And coffee and tea as well.
Coffee and tea, I think so,
So basically
hot. Sattvic. My day begins with coffee, so I'm not sattvic.
Lakshmi, one more question.
Sure.
ಯೋಗ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ ಪ್ರಾಣಾಯಾಮ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ ಯಾವ್ದು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು?
ಆಂಟಿ ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ತರಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸಿ ಹಠಯೋಗ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ದೇ ಡು ಕ್ರಿಯಾ ಪ್ರಾಣಾಯಾಮ ಆಸನ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಠಯೋಗ. ಅಷ್ಟಾಂಗ ಯೋಗ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ನಾವು ಉಜ್ಜಾಯಿ ಬ್ರೀದಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 90 minute ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ಅಷ್ಟಾಂಗ ಯೋಗ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ 90 minute ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ಉಜ್ಜಾಯಿ ಬ್ರೀದಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. But that doesn't count as a pranayama because you don't have your spine straight and you can't do pranayama while you're in motion.
So Ashtanga yogadalli they do pranayama after the practice. So I think it's just the way how idu anta ashte.
ನಾವು ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಣಾಯಾಮ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ
ಅದೇ I think that should be okay either ways.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಅಮ್ಮ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತಮ್ಮ.
Thank you aunty. ತುಂಬಾ ಖುಷಿ ಆಯ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ನೋಡಿ. So hopefully we'll have I'll see you all for the idu International Yoga Day.
Yes.
I have one question.
Sure.
I'm trying to do this Anuloma Loma from a couple of years. Okay, but when my right nostril is very easy to breathe in, but my left is not that much easy. Like I have to put some extra pressure to let it go, let it in actually sometimes. Is that normal or is it something comes with the practice? It's not easy.
Come see as it is, if you hold your hand below your nostril, one of your nostril is always predominant than the other. So right now you have, so maybe right side or left side may be dominant. Maybe after like 60 or 90 seconds, the other side will become dominant. So your nostrils will actually affect the functioning of your brain. So left nostril is directly connected to the right side functioning of your brain, and right side nostril is connected to the left side functioning of your brain. So I think if you see your left is not that active, then maybe do a little bit more on the left and then try to balance your breathing on both the sides. That will help you.
Okay.
Lakshmi, I have one question.
Sure, Namita.
Related to Anulovilam, whatever it's called. So when you are exhaling, do you exhale from your nose or do you open your mouth?
No, you exhale only through your nostril.
Only inhale and exhale both through your nostril.
Yeah. So actually, Hatha Yoga Pradipika book alli, even the place where I learned yoga, pranayama is only complete if you add breath retention to your practice. So you have to hold your breath after inhale and exhale. So because of the time restraint, I normally don't teach it now, but generally in the class I would teach, like you kind of hold your breath and bandhas. So all the three bandhas are the Maha Bandhas anta karitare. One is your throat lock, one is your Udayana Bandha, and then is your Mooladhara Bandha. So you have to actually hold your breath and bandhas, and then you can actually feel the engagement of your pranayama much better. So some people also say if you don't hold your breath during your pranayama, then it is not complete pranayama. So that is one thing, but yeah. So try to add breath retention in your practice if you can. So maybe just, sit straight, deep inhale, and then you bend your chin down, suck your belly in, and then stay there for inhale for 5 seconds, and then you hold your breath for 10 seconds. Breath retention. So that is, the breath retention is what will actually shut off your entire nervous system, because when you stop breathing, you cannot think about anything else. So your mind and your body is just focused on when will I breathe back, right? So that is why it actually brings to ekagra chitta, and that is what actually gets more concentration, so to say.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for the session. It was very nice.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you. Any other questions? You can always take my number from Rajini or Jay, and just feel free to call me or text me. I'll be more than happy to answer.
Okay.
Lakshmi, this was really good, Lakshmi.
You
make
Hema.
us comfortable. Yeah, Hema. ನಾನು ಸರಿಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, but then I tried as best as I can, but ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ashok. Thank you so much.
ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳೋದಿದ್ಯಾ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿಗೆ?
Thank you.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಶವಾಸನ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಈಗ.
ಹೌದು, ಶವಾಸನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಲೇಬೇಕು. This is not complete without shavasana.
ನಾನು ಯೋಗ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗಿಂದ ಶವಾಸನನೇ ಯೋಚಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ.
Everybody's favorite pose. Sorry, thank you everybody. Then I'll hopefully see you all for Yoga Day then on June 20th, summer solstice.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Rajini and Jay again.
Thank you, Lakshmi.
Thank you, Lakshmi. ಕನ್ನಡ ಬಳಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಮಿತಿಯ ಪರವಾಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ತುಂಬಾ ಉತ್ಸಾಹದಿಂದ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಹಂಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಆದಷ್ಟು ನಮ್ ಕೈಲಾದಷ್ಟು ನಾವು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ಖಂಡಿತ ಇದನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಾವು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋತೀನಿ. ಯಾರು ಇವತ್ತು ಮೊದಲು ಯೋಗ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದೀರಾ ಅವರು ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ. ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೂ ರೆಡಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸು ಮೇ ಬಿ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆದ್ರೆ. ಏನಂತೀರಾ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ?
ಶೂರ್ ರಜನಿ.
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮನೇಲೇ ಇದೀವಿ, ಯಾವ್ದು ಒಂದ್ ರೀತಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮೇಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಲೈಫ್ ಈಗ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೋ ಊಟ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೋ ಟಿವಿ ನೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೋ ಮಲ್ಕೋತೀವಿ, ಯಾವ್ದು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಈ ತರ ಒಂದು ಆರೋಗ್ಯದ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಇವೆಂಟ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಅಳವಡಿಸಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಗೆ ನಾವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡೋಣ. ಇವಾಗ ಮನೇಲಿ ಇದೀವಿ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಮಯನ ಯೋಗ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಗಾಗ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಮೀಸಲಿಟ್ಟು ಆರೋಗ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಗಮನ ಕೊಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮನೇಲೇ ಇರಿ, ಆದಷ್ಟು ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ಕಾಪಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಮಾಸ್ಕ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಓಡಾಡಿ. ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ನಾವು ಆರೋಗ್ಯದಿಂದ ಕಾಪಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ವೈರಸ್ ಇಂದ ಕಾಪಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ. ಹೆಲ್ದಿಯಾಗಿ ಅಡ್ಗೆ ಮಾಡಿ, ಹೆಲ್ದಿ ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮನೇಲಿರಿ, ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಕಾಪಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಹಂಗೆ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಂತ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಮುಂದಿನ ಬುಧವಾರ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಅಮೂಲ್ಯ ಅವರು ಬಾಲಿವುಡ್ ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಿ, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಜೈ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ?
ದಿವಸ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇವತ್ತು ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ.
ಮಾತ್ರ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ದಿವಸನೂ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗೆ. ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ, ಈ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬಂದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸೆಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಅನಂತ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಜಯ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ರಜನಿ.